Belfast is changing fast, and Ulster University is at the centre of the civic evolution. Recently, the university was awarded the Times Higher Award for the most improved student experience in the UK, something we are immensely proud of. Our aim is to constantly improve not only the university experience we offer our students, but also the cultural and physical land around us.
The move of the Ulster University campus into the city centre brings lots of opportunities for staff, for students, for local businesses and for the people of Belfast. There will be a real boost to the economy that students will bring into the city. There will also be an increase in the vibrancy in that part of the city. We hope that the children, the young people who live around that area will have greater aspirations to actually access the university itself.
On the Belfast campus, we're really interested in the design of business and the business of design. We're focused on the Belfast community. We have a very rich startup culture in the city. And we're interested in creating the next generation of companies who will go on to employ our graduates of the future. Students need to learn in different places now. They're interested in learning on the web. So it's important to us as an institution to innovate in this regard. What we're doing now is we're creating screencasts, we're creating podcasts, we're creating other types of content that students can consume on the web. We believe in a strong link between academia and industry. So for our students to learn what's current knowledge and to understand what's current in industry, it's really important that educators are makers too. And all of our educators on the Belfast campus are still involved in industry, and they bring that industry knowledge to bear on the students that they're teaching.
Ulster is very welcoming of international students, which I thought was quite nice. They have a fantastic research graduate school that offer a lot of resources for international students and also PhD students, starting off with a 3-year project, offering great courses, seminars, workshops, and also guidance, which is really helpful and important. One thing that I really like is, as an international student, being amongst students who are from Northern Ireland or the Republic of Ireland and also in a massive international base. There is this desire and drive that Ulster provides students to succeed.
Moving forward, we see the university's mission as being central in the growth of both local and international business, a globally recognized hub of creativity, innovation and entrepreneurship in Belfast.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our EN Global Education live session. Today we're having with us one of our prominent partner, one of the best university in UK, Ulster University. We're having Natasha with us. Natasha, how are you today?
I am very good. I'm delighted to be here, so thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for your time, and I believe this will be a really great session for all those students who are really want to study in Ulster University. And it will be really interactive session, and I believe like all those students and their parents, they will ask you as much as they can have any questions regarding the university admission procedures, scholarships, and all those things. So Natasha, before we go to any other questions, so could you kindly please tell us about the university and the location and a little bit about the story of this university.
Yeah, of course. So Ulster University is located in Northern Ireland, which is in the UK. We have 4 campuses, and our main campus is in Belfast city centre, which is our capital city. The great thing is, and a really unique opportunity, we are opening a brand new Belfast city centre campus this September intake. So students joining this September will be the very first students on that campus. It has been a huge investment, over £300 million invested into the university, and it's just beautiful. It's right in the heart of the city centre, surrounded by restaurants, cafes, brand new student accommodation. So it's very, very modern. And also something we'll touch upon is our students really do enjoy a very low cost of living in Northern Ireland, which is why we get so many students from across South Asia, which is amazing, and I'm delighted to see it. Imran, apologies, we might have lost you there with the signal, but just let me know if you would like me to start the presentation, and I'm very happy to start.
Natasha, can you hear me? Sorry, there was,
Yes,
I think, internet.
No problem at all. I think you lost signal there, but just let me know. I'm very happy to run through a short presentation on the university. Yeah. And as you've said, Imran, I will go through all the scholarships, the courses available, and the cost of living and things for our students coming from Bangladesh to Ulster.
Okay, that will be really great, and I believe like it will be really impressive for the student. They can know all this information. So yeah, you can carry on your presentation, please.
Perfect, no problem at all. Okay, everyone, just bear with me, and I will share my screen and a short presentation.
Okay.
Okay, hopefully you can see this okay. If you have any difficulties, just let me know. So my name is Natasha. I'm Regional Manager at Ulster University, and I am absolutely delighted to be joining you here today. I am very happy to help answer any questions, either directly or through your counsellor with EN Global Education. So the first thing you and your parents might be wondering is, why should you choose Northern Ireland to study in the UK rather than choosing England, Scotland or Wales? And I want to tell you a little bit about Northern Ireland and about our low cost of living. And I have a very short video that will just show you in 1 minute some of the beautiful sights of Northern Ireland that you can experience as an international student living and studying here.
Why should you study in Northern Ireland? It may seem like a tiny country, but we have the happiest people in the UK.
It's grand.
Some of the most beautiful locations in the world, and it's rich in culture too. Have we mentioned the cuisine? You can try soda bread, 15s, and the Ulster fry. You know what else can make things right? Ulster University. At Ulster University, we've got 4 stunning campuses. We're one of the biggest universities in the UK. Pharmacy and pharmacology are number 1, and town and property management number 2. But there's plenty more winning courses for you to choose from. we've got it all. 94% of our graduates are in work or further study within 6 months of graduating. And we have students from over 100 countries.
Apa kabar? Ahoy. Namaste.
You might even pick up some Irish along the way.
What's the crack? It's something like what's up?
If all this didn't convince you, then let us give you some more reasons to come and study at Ulster. We're one of the most affordable and safest places to study in the UK. We know how to have a good time, and most importantly, all of these people have had a great Irish experience, and we know you will too.
Okay, so that was a little snapshot of the beautiful scenery in Northern Ireland. And I just want to say as well, if anybody has any questions, please do submit them. Imran will be pausing the presentation to ask any as we go along. So please do put in your questions and I'm very happy to answer them. Belfast is very easy to get to. We have over 35 flights per day from London and direct flights from over 180 destinations. The airport is also only 10 to 15 minutes drive from our Belfast city centre student accommodation. There's a really couple of important points that I want to note that I hope you do take away today. Northern Ireland is a small country, but we have incredible graduate job opportunities, especially at the moment. Our employment rate is at a record high. We have a booming tourism economy, and part of that has been brought about because of Game of Thrones and because of all filming taking place in Northern Ireland. So we have many, many tourists from America and across the world that come to visit Northern Ireland every single year. But really importantly, you will really enjoy yourself. We have been voted as having the happiest people in the UK. And part of that is we have a very low cost of living compared to the rest of the UK. It is at least £5,000 cheaper per year to live and study in Belfast than it is in London and the major cities in England. So students can save a lot of money. With regards to job opportunities, this is where Northern Ireland really does stand out at the moment. We have so many multinational companies that are choosing to invest in Northern Ireland. It is because our cost of living is so low for them. So, for example, PwC, which is one of the world's largest accounting and consulting companies, has just set up its second largest office, the only one outside of London. We have many IT firms and law firms, all American or multinational, that have chosen to set up in Northern Ireland and employing many of our graduates. And there's also incredible opportunities within the areas of engineering and fintech. And then importantly, just to note, it's a very safe and beautiful place to live. Our students really enjoy the lifestyle and we have the lowest crime rate in the UK. So while we are a medium-sized city, you're only ever 10 minutes from the mountains and 10 minutes from the beach and the sea. So it's a spectacular and beautiful place to live. Looking at graduate job opportunities, the areas that are really growing and quickly fast outpacing London, which is incredible, is fintech, financial services, so PwC is mentioned there, and many of the world's multinational banks such as Citi. And we really are the UK standout region for law as well, so huge opportunities for LLM graduates. A quick snapshot there of students graduating from data science. In the UK, there were over 14,000 job opportunities at one day alone. Looking at these companies such as IBM, Microsoft, many of them are located in Northern Ireland or Ireland. Within IT, in one day alone, there were over 1,600 jobs advertised. For law, and this is just for Belfast city centre. This is not for the whole country. This is just for one city, over 114 jobs. Within banking, finance, accounting, almost 500 jobs. So the graduate opportunities are huge in Northern Ireland after completing your master's or your degree at Ulster University. Okay, just to quickly show you the brand new campus, which I mentioned in my introduction. So this is going to be the only university campus in the city centre. So you have restaurants, cafes, cinemas, gyms, completely surrounding the campus. You do not need to get public transport. In Belfast, people walk everywhere because the city centre is quite small. All the shopping is on your doorstep. We have beautiful shopping centres, all American brands, UK brands, worldwide brands. And also what is really beautiful is that we're going to have dedicated spaces for our international students only. I want to give a quick COVID update as well, because I'm sure everybody is thinking about that for September. And Imran, you might have some questions on that. Northern Ireland is well ahead of the curve with regards vaccinating adults. We are now vaccinating those aged 20 and above. It means Northern Ireland is a very safe place to come to study with regards to COVID. And also our government has said that all adults will be fully vaccinated by this August. Okay, we are no longer in lockdown. All our hospitality, retail, shops, restaurants, cinemas, cafes, everything is now open. And also all students who are on a Tier 4 visa that come to study in Northern Ireland, they will be eligible to receive the vaccine. Okay, so when a student has registered with the NHS and their GP, they will be eligible to receive that. With regards our various faculties, the first one I'll look at would be law. So this is arts, humanities and social sciences. We are 6th in the UK for research in law, and some of our standout programmes include civil rights, where we have the Transitional Justice Institute at Ulster University, and also a really exciting new LLM programme is law with computing and innovation. And this combines law in the world of IT. And what's even more exciting is just yesterday we launched 4 scholarships for this course. There are 2 £7,000 scholarship, which is a 50% scholarship, and 2 £5,000 scholarships. Within the area of life and health sciences, the major course that we would look at here is nursing. So we are 6th in the UK for nursing, and that is within the QS World University rankings. Ulster is standout for nursing. And the main reason for that is we are one of only 3 OSCE test centres in the UK. So if you as a nurse want to work in the UK as a nurse, you have to do the OSCE preparation and the OSCE test. And this is what is offered at Ulster. We offer a 1-year top-up in nursing and also a master's in nursing. And what is really unique is included in both of those programs is OSCE preparation classes. So when you graduate from Ulster, you are ready to do your OSCE test and become a registered nurse to work in the UK. Looking at engineering. So at undergraduate level, all our engineering and computing programs have a compulsory integrated placement. This placement takes place in year 3 and it's actually fully paid. Okay, this school has incredible graduate opportunities and also a really high graduate employability rate. We are 2nd in the UK for land and property management, 9th for electronic engineering, 5th in the UK for building engineering, and 12th overall for all of our engineering programs. Ulster is very, very strong in the field of engineering, with some really leading industry professionals who are teaching our students. Some of the programs within this we'll discuss with regards master's levels and those master's programs that have work experience with them as well. And then finally, a very popular school for students coming from Bangladesh is our business school. So we offer courses such as MBA, international business, marketing, digital marketing, and we are 2nd in the UK for hospitality and event management. there's 100% student satisfaction across this school. It's a really strong faculty. And also something that might be of interest is we offer a Master's in Strategic Accounting, which fast tracks students to becoming fully ACCA accredited. Okay, so the course is fully accredited by ACCA. You can either do it over 18 months or 2 years, and it does include work experience. Okay, just a few final slides before we look at scholarships and the fees. So for students that are looking at foundation, we do offer a foundation year, which means you apply for both foundation and your chosen course, and your CAS is all integrated. And what's really important with that is our fees are low. We offer you a £4,000 scholarship for all students from Bangladesh for foundation. Looking at courses at master's level that have work experience or applied research, we have data science, computer science, artificial intelligence. All of those are 1 year of academic study with 1 year of a research project in collaboration with industry. In the business school, it would be MBA, marketing, international business, management, hospitality and tourism. They all come with a 15-week unpaid internship. If you cannot find an internship, which does happen from time to time, although you will be fully supported to do so, you will get a consultancy project. So you will still get work experience working with a company. Some of that work experience is incredible. Some of our students at the moment are working with the Tourist Board, looking at how to better promote the north of Northern Ireland. So it is incredible experience for your CV and to build your network within the UK. Okay, entry requirements. So for undergrad, we ask for either diploma or 2-year bachelor's degree with a pass mark overall. For master's level, we ask for 3 or 4-year bachelor's plus your master's. If you've done a 4-year bachelor's, it's anything with 55% or above. English language requirements, we no longer accept MOI. And I just want to stress to students, and Imran, we can talk about this a little bit later as well. The reason we no longer accept MOI is students do struggle when they come with MOI with their English during their course. This is not for all students, but it's for the majority of students. With the introduction of post-study work visa, it is an incredible opportunity for students, but graduate employers, companies, will need your English to be of an excellent standard and fluent. Okay, so you'll need to be able to understand different accents, work with different people in different English-speaking parts of the world. So we have introduced our own internal English test, and we also accept IELTS Indicator, PT Academic, and TOEFL. We're also running pre-sessional English classes, which students can do online, and you can enter that with an IELTS of 5.5. Our fees, so Ulster, we do try to keep our fees very low to support our students. So for Masters, the fees start from £14,900, and for a Masters, which is over 2 years, it is £20,000. And the important thing about that is it is paid over 2 years. We ask for a minimum deposit of £2,000, and we do have instalment plans available if students wish to do so. But most importantly, we will support students with scholarships. So for a master's student from Bangladesh, you will receive a £2,000 scholarship, which brings your fees down to £12,000. For undergrad, you will get £6,000. So that is £2,000 in year 1, 2, and your final year. And as I mentioned, for foundation, your scholarship is £4,000, which brings your fees down to just £10,000. The cost of living at Ulster is very low. So university accommodation is from £90 per week, and that includes absolutely everything except for your food. Travel, bus, train, about £12 per week, but if you live on campus in student accommodation, there is no need for this. Grocery shops, about £16, and your mobile, £3 to £5 per week.
Natasha, sorry to interrupt you about this
Okay.
accommodation. Yeah, accommodation, £90 per week. That's why I was a little bit smiling because, like, I believe, like, which is like really affordable for any cities in the UK. And feedback from our previous students, they said like it's really good. Like accommodation facilities providing from this amount of money. So which is really good, feedback from the student as well. So that's why I was a little bit smiling because like 90 quid, which is really, it's pretty much very much affordable for any student, and they can save this money, and they can, do less work, and they can more concentrate for their study and secure their first class or higher second class, which will be really good for their future.
Absolutely, Imran. The great thing about Ulster is because the costs are so low, it
Yeah.
means students do not have to work as many hours in a part-time job. And also we want our students to enjoy themselves.
Exactly.
You've moved to the UK, so we want students to be able to go on weekends away, to go exploring, to go sightseeing, to go on adventures. You do not want to spend every hour that you can in a part-time job. So while most of our international students do get part-time jobs and they do get those okay, we do recommend a balance because you're in the UK and you want to enjoy it. So
Exactly.
completely, Imran, I completely agree. And that is one of the
Top of that, and
yeah.
Natasha, sorry. So top of that, I've been in Belfast in 2019 with you. Like there was this Asian conference. Okay, so what I can see is really good in tourist site as well, and there is a like it's historical place. There is so many historical place and seaside, and Titanic was there. So which is really good sign for those students to explore those things.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody forgets that Titanic was made in Northern Ireland. So there's brilliant things to see, absolutely brilliant things to see. So students really enjoy themselves.
Exactly.
I did mention student jobs. So students can obviously work, if students aren't aware of this, or parents, on a Tier 4 visa, you can work 20 hours per week. And I've just done a little snapshot of some of the types of jobs our students can get. Many of them are in supermarkets, takeaways, restaurants, things like that. The minimum wage in the UK for those aged 25 and above is very good. And also, this is a job site that's specific to Northern Ireland. And also, our students, when they arrive, it's through word of mouth or through a sign in a window of a restaurant. But students do get part-time jobs, and we haven't had too many problems when students have approached our international student experience team for help. Okay, I'm just going to finish by closing on accommodation, which Imran has mentioned. Most of it is on campus, so just a 5 to 10 minute walk to class, which reduces the cost for transport. And here is an example of some of the student accommodation that is brand new in Belfast city centre. And this is next to our new Belfast campus. So students can get private rooms, private bathrooms. They can even get studios and small apartments, which is really good for those coming with a spouse, so a wife, husband, or any children. And then last but not least, we are very focused on employability. So 94% of our graduates are on work or further study within 6 months of leaving Ulster. And actually, for faculties such as the School of Engineering and Computing, this statistic is even higher. Okay, there's a strong demand, especially in some areas such as IT and engineering. So it's it represents a huge opportunity for our students coming from Bangladesh. Also in the area of nursing. We offer over 2,000 work placements annually, and many of those undergrad courses are compulsory placements which are paid. All right, but also just to mention that at Ulster, you have full support. So as a student, please take all the help that Ulster gives you. We have career development centres. We have many career recruitment events, fairs, we have a job website only for Ulster our students, which only Ulster students can access. So there's great opportunities. So we just urge our students to take those. And Imran, I'm just going to end there by saying thank you. I'll stop sharing my screen. and come back to say hello and any questions.
Thank you. Thank you for your such a beautiful presentation. It's really meant a lot to the students, because like you basically literally split all those sessions and all those questions you summarize there. Still though there we have already so many questions in our hand from students and their parents, and also students are keep asking questions in our social media. So our marketing team, those are passing to us. So before to go to the those questions, I'm really thanks for you to giving this presentation, and which is really good. And I just seen it because your presentation, there is so many things students will come across. The first thing we are come across, the student they are asking about like foundation course.
Mhm.
What is their entry requirement for foundation course? Because we having some students, they really want to go to foundation because your bachelor entry requirement is bit higher. So that's why they need to go for first foundation. Then they will join in the, their first year in their bachelor. So
Yeah.
could you kindly please address this?
No problem at all. So at the moment for foundation, we accept a high school certificate. So those
Yeah.
coming with a minimum, I believe it is 60%, and I will triple check that for you. But it's any student coming with a high school certificate, so HSSC, will go straight into foundation.
And how about their IELTS entry requirements?
The IELTS entry requirement. So if a student wants to do foundation, just a 1-year foundation, we
Yeah.
ask for IELTS of 5.5. But for a student that wants to do foundation year, where your CAS is integrated, so what that means is you do not need to return to Bangladesh to reapply. You get a 4-year CAS, or 5 years if you're doing a placement year. We would ask for IELTS 6.0.
Okay. So basically, the summary is comes like for foundation entry requirements is gonna be 50% for HSC and 5.5 in UKVA IELTS, and they can go to foundation course.
For the program, but for the international foundation year,
Okay.
6.0.
Okay, and I see there is a so much scholarship you guys offering to the eligible students. So for foundation year, how much is the tuition fees, and after scholarship, how much would the student need to pay for their tuition fees for a year?
Yeah, no problem at all. So for foundation, the tuition fees are £14,900, but students will get a £2,000 tuition fee scholarship, which will bring your fees down to £12,900. And we will also give you £2,000 accommodation scholarship. That actually is nearly over 50% accommodation scholarship. So it's really good for international students for foundation.
Exactly. So in total, the students are getting like £4,000 for a scholarship.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
which is really good sign for those students, because like during this pandemic time, they can at least secure their accommodation and get this £2,000 scholarship, so they don't have that much headache to paying those.
Absolutely. And the reason we do £2,000 as well accommodation scholarship for foundation students is we really recommend foundation students live on campus in Ulster accommodation. You will get so much more support. It will help you integrate into UK life. And sometimes our foundation students, you're young, you're new to the UK and you're young. So we want you to be in university accommodation where we can help you and support you.
Exactly, and I was lucky to personally to been there and to see those accommodation facilities for those students. And I was taking some feedback from the existing students, okay, and all of them are happy, and they are really, like they share their opinion and their view, like how they're passing their time, and when they're living in the university accommodation, basically they're not gonna miss their parents and family that much. Because if they're living in outside the accommodation, university accommodation, so there is like sometimes they don't have anyone to share their view, or like when they're on campus, it's really amazing life in on campus, and you having like massive accommodation of facilities for the students.
Yeah, it's the one thing I want to stress to parents and to students is At Ulster, we do not recruit thousands and thousands of international students every single year. We recruit approximately 300, which is really good for students and it's really good for parents. It means that students get more one-to-one support, and our international students, they make friends so much easier. So all our Bangladesh students immediately, they all find each other. All our international students all go away at weekends, they do things together. I know students by name. It's really, really nice. And it just means when students live on campus, they nearly create their own little family. It's a lovely, welcoming feel. And I would urge parents to look at that. Don't just look at a university that's recruiting thousands of students every year, because you want to get that support and that lovely welcome.
Exactly, because what happened when I was there, I was taking one South Asian student's feedback, okay, and he literally said well, when I came here, I can't find anyone from total South Asia. He was the only one in his class. So he said his one side is really good because he can he can have different country and cultural people over there. But some university having in London or some other universities in UK, they are 90% students are international and 10% maybe local. Whereas this Ulster is focused on maximum students in local, so which is really good. So a student can have proper culture and traditional view from there.
Definitely.
And another thing I would another thing I would like to join, Natasha. The student we send in January session, all of them we took feedback from them. Trust me, they all of them are really happy and they are highly appreciate the support university provide them. Because one of the couple, they've been there and they said what happened as soon as they landed over there, university sent them a welcome packet, one welcome box. Inside the box they found the foods and all the things for next 1 week. So basically that couple has a little kids as well, so they are really excited and happy to see that, which is really mean a lot for those students. They will remember the rest of their life.
Definitely. And also in the last couple of years, our international students from South Asia has grown so much. So now students will not find thousands of international students, but they will find hundreds from South Asia. So from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal. So there's a lovely community, but we will still know you. We'll still know your name, which is lovely.
Exactly. I'm coming back to another question from students. Okay, he's basically want to go to master's course. So would you please address this answer? What is the entry requirements for masters based on English and academic, please?
Yep. So for academics, it is a 4-year bachelor's degree or 3-year bachelor's plus your master's degree, 55% or above. For English language, we ask for IELTS 6.0, or students can do our own internal English language test, and we ask for 6.0 in that. Students can also do PTE academic and get 55 or TOEFL online. So we know that IELTS test centres are closed, so we do support students in trying to meet their English language requirements.
And which is really good initiative for you, as you guys having an internal English test. So some students who are still planning to sit for IELTS, and due to this lockdown, if you're not getting seat or get a chance to get a seat for IELTS yet, you are really welcome to book your internal English test, and university will check this internal test, and if you are selected for this, and you can easily go to Ulster University. I can see so many students are asking questions. Do you guys accepting Duolingo or MOI? I can give this answer on behalf of Natasha. Ulster University not accepting any Duolingo or MOI anymore. So if you're really interested to apply, you can feel free to contact any of our counselor. They will help you and guide you for this, and they will let you know how you need to book this internal English test. And if you want to book a PTE exam, we are PTE registration center as well. So you can book and register from our office We have office in Dhaka and Sylhet, so all of our officers can help you to book your PTE or IELTS, even though the registration center. So you can do both of them, or you can apply to Ulster University as soon as you get offer letter. So you can book your internal English test. And Natasha is always supported, so she will suggest you and she will book your internal test as early as possible. Natasha, moving forward to this,
students
yeah,
can do
please.
practice tests as well. Students will have access to practice tests. And just to stress to students, the reason we ask students to do a test is we do not want you to struggle when you come here for English. You need to practice your English now, because as you can hear, I have a very different accent to someone in Scotland or England. Honestly, if you want to get a good graduate job in the UK, your English has to be perfect.
Exactly, and the feedback of what university providing to us, to be honest, like a student who is going without IELTS, they're really facing really facing trouble when they're doing a class. Even though as I was when I did study in UK, I think that so many students like from different countries, they are facing like really tough time for this teaching time or lecturer time, because it's English, if they don't understand it, how they can pass their class, how they can do the presentation and attend the class, and then they're gonna miss their class, and end of the day they will fail it. And we don't want any student who really want to go to UK, we don't want they will fail, they will waste their money and waste their parents dream as well. So it will be really good, like if you guys are really want to go to UK, any university, okay, rather than not looking for MOI, look for like an internal test which is really good for you, not good for university, to be honest, because like university, they really support you, because like I can see the feedback from different universities. They're saying like without IELTS, some university accepting it, and the student keep failing those subjects and courses. So personally, for my opinion and the university opinion, I would suggest you all of the students, please do your IELTS or do some English internal test. Justify what level you are belongs to with your English. If you think like you pass internal test, feel free to go. Like at least like you are in this stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Natasha, moving forward, this internal English test or IELTS or alternative any test, I'm going to ask you a few more questions about due to this pandemic and corona issue. I know personally, like how safe is Northern Ireland is, but could you please address those parents? They are really highly concerned about these issues. Okay, so what is the current situation and how you guys prevent those things, and what is your pre-precaution and pre-plan for next upcoming intake?
Yeah, so just to reassure parents, Northern Ireland is ahead of many parts of the UK with their vaccination programme. So we're now vaccinating those aged 20 and above. So that will include international students when they arrive here and register with the NHS and their GP. Everybody gets a free vaccine. It's very, very fast. You arrive, you book a test, you book a vaccine online, and you get it within a few days. With regards our country, everything is now open, and it's open very safely. We still wear masks, but restaurants are so well organised. Supermarkets, shopping centres, cinemas, everything is open. Life, I'm very happy to say, is returning to the new normal. With regards September intake, our teaching is going to be a blended mix. So for example, for large lectures where perhaps there might be 200 students in one lecture theatre, they will be online. So where there's just lecturers speaking with one lecturer and a big group of students, they will be online. But for smaller classes and practicals, especially with engineering, computing, courses like that, we hope that those are going to be face-to-face. We have to work within government guidelines. So what our VC has said is, if it comes to August and the government advises us that things have to be more online, then we will have to rethink what we're doing. But we are working towards face-to-face and online lectures. And also, just to reassure students, everything will be open on the campus. So the library, the sports facilities, the cafes, everything will be open. So you can enjoy UK life. You won't be locked in your bedroom.
Exactly. I'm just looking at all those questions
Yeah.
the students are asking, and I think we already covered those questions. So if anyone missed those parts, please like you can call any of our counselor. They will happy to guide you, and you can see those video in our YouTube channel or all other social media. So this will be published, so you can see all this information over there. As we have very much time limitation, so we can't cover all those questions again. But I believe like you will not gonna disappoint. You can call us. You can call any of our counselor. The number is provided below, and you can text. You can text or WhatsApp us. So any of our officer is very happy to give you all those details. Natasha, moving forward, there is some questions, coming forward, some master's students, okay? There is some placement opportunities you guys having for some courses, okay? So students are asking like those placement, is it like secure? How university could help those students to get secure those placement? Because so many universities they're not secure those, so students
Yeah.
facing so much struggle to find a job.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially during COVID, placements are difficult. What we do, for example, with MBA and the masters within the business school is we offer a 15-week internship. So the difference with Ulster and other universities is some universities will offer 1+1, which means that you do 1 year of academic teaching and 1 year placement. But if you do not find that placement, your visa is curtailed. Okay. But at Ulster, we offer an integrated 15-week placement. And it's not paid, but the reason that we do that is to try to guarantee our students' work experience. If the student cannot find a placement whereby they are physically going to an office to work there for 15 weeks, they will get a consultancy project with a company. And some of those companies are the likes of our tourist board, and it's incredible experience. So that is how we guarantee work experience for the business school. For data science and any program within computer science, artificial intelligence, and so on, again, that applied research project is guaranteed, and that is a 1+1. You will work with both a supervisor and also many of the research projects are in collaboration with companies, so some of Ulster's industry partners. It is brilliant opportunity for any students that want to go on to work within a niche field, but also any students that want to go on and do a further PhD, because it allows you to build relationships with supervisors that can potentially advise you on funding and things like that. It's really good opportunity.
Exactly, and like my personal experience when I've been Ulster is really good, because like I spoke with like students who are going to the placement here, and I spoke with some business faculties, and they said like how you guys managing this, secure those placement things, so which is really important for international students, because as an international student within 1 year finishing master's course and find out a job right way to apply which company they need to apply, and it's really really difficult for them. So as a university, when they step in on those to support these students, which is really helpful for those students, and I believe like this is why students want to go to Ulster. And another good side of the course modules, as I completed my bachelor in applied accounting, and when I've been in your business faculty, I spoke with like the business faculty lecturer, and I see the course modules, okay, which is really really impressive, because like the course modules you guys are offering for the bachelor course or master's course, which is designed by how those top companies they demand, okay. So which will really good to students, like as soon as the student finish the course, they knows exactly what those HR officer want, or exactly what those company wanted from them. So they cover those course modules, and I was really impressed to see this, like how much dedicated those faculty member when they make those modules, and they care about those things, and they find out the gap, and they try to minimize the gap in order to secure those students this work placement.
Yeah.
And also I would add some other courses, such as like you said, some doctor want to go to the Ulster universities, and some researchers, the PhD students. So would you please address them? Because like as we see, like Ulster having so many students for PhD, and they have so much investment for PhD students as well. There was like so much research going on over there. So would you please address those students in order to apply for PhD, how they can apply for it?
Yeah. So PhD the application is slightly different because you go through the Ulster Doctoral College. So if students want to find information, please do just simply Google Ulster Doctoral College. We do have a number of fully funded PhDs. Now the application deadline for those has passed. The application deadline is usually every February, so February of each year. If a student wants to apply for a PhD where they have funding from either the government or external funding, or they're paying for it themselves, they can still apply. So the way the process works is you make an application. The doctoral college will then look at your application, and they'll look at the area that you want to do research in, and they will make sure that we have a supervisor in that area. Okay. They will then look at your overall proposal, and that supervisor will get in touch with you for a Skype interview. So English language and everything is exactly the same. It's IELTS 6.0 or equivalent. But the process is slightly longer because the supervisor needs to assess and make sure that they are able to work with you one-to-one. And they do that through a couple of Skype interviews.
Yeah, I know, like, like PhD application, which is like really time consuming. So I would suggest all those students who are really want to do PhD in the future. Yeah, you guys can really go to Ulster for master's course, to complete your master's over there. So as soon as you're doing your master's over there, you will keep in touch with those lecturer and faculty. Then you can discuss with them, and it will be very easy for you to get a chance over there. Because I spoke with some PhD lecturer also from Ulster, and they said it's pretty much easy if a student is like they really want what they want to do, and if they demonstrate like their thesis and discuss with the lecturer face to face, it will be more easier for them to find out. So as you guys accept receiving so many applications for PhD, so it will be easy if a student do masters there, then they know like what exactly they need to do. So a student who want to apply for Ulster, or if you are really willingly to do your PhD in your future, and you're just doing your bachelor degree right now, so you can consider Ulster for your master's course. So as soon as you complete your master's, so you can do your PhD over there. Maybe you would be eligible for funding as well. So that will be help for your overseas study. Natasha, I'm moving forward to that question too. Another question what our students keep asking about, the installment facilities, the tuition fees. Okay, how many installment may a student can have to pay their remaining tuition fees after getting the cost letter?
So we ask for a minimum deposit of £2,000, and students can pay tuition fees over 5 equal installments.
Wow, which is really good, I think, because they could have like some time, and 5 installment is pretty much more than enough. Or like we can see none of the university they're giving a 5 installment, or like maximum university giving 3 to 4.
Yeah, I would urge students though, if you're taking a bank loan, my advice is to pay at least a minimum of 50% fees. Do not spend your money on something else, because your fees are they're the most important thing, and you don't want to rack up, there's penalties and there's fines and things like that. So students really need to manage their money very, very carefully. But yeah, we do try to support students as much as we can with that.
Exactly. Natasha, really close to our today's live session. There were so many questions still pending, but I think there was like time limitation from your end and my end as well. So if you would advise any students like who are holding offer letter, there is so many students who already hold offer letter from us. What would be your advice from them? And some students, they are planning to apply now. So could you please address them what they need to do right now, please?
Yeah, no problem. Okay, for students that have not made an application, please do so as soon as possible. With regards scholarships, with regards getting your bank statement in order for your CAS, we need you to apply through your ENG counsellor as quickly as possible. We don't want you to delay getting on campus. The same applies for students that are holding a conditional offer letter. If you have a conditional offer letter, you've uploaded some documents, you're not sure what you have outstanding, please contact your counsellor. Imran's team will get in touch with me directly and we will tell you exactly what is outstanding. So for example, if it's English language, Imran's counsellor will send you details of the internal English language test. They will help prepare you for that and send you practice links. And we will help you meet your English language requirements. But do not delay. If you have a conditional offer letter, make the next step. Get in touch with your counsellor. We need you to start maintaining your bank statement. For international students for September intake, we are issuing CAS from this week. Okay, so students have to have maintained their funds for at least 28 days before we can issue your CAS. We do not want to have any visa delays for you. We want to get you on campus as quickly as possible. So do not delay. If you have all your documents there, contact your counsellor and find out what your next step is.
Thank you, Natasha, for your time. And before we close to this session, I would like to just revise this session for the student who join later on. Students, I'm just summarize this session. Basically, we having the previous live session with one of our best, UK university, partner university, Ulster University, who are offering like foundation course, undergraduate, and master's course over there. They having so many courses which has which is having like like work placement as well. So students who want to go to some courses for masters, you guys are highly appreciate those courses because you will get not only practical experience but also theoretical experience. And the good sign about those placement here, which is like universities support you to get those those job placements. And the entry requirements for foundation course, it will be like IELTS 5.5, no less than 5, and HSC or A-level qualified. And for master's course, you guys need to have at least 60% marks and IELTS 6, no less than 5.5. We are always receiving queries about this IELTS or without IELTS or MOI due to this pandemic time last few months. So what would suggest we Ulster University having like internal English test. So if you don't have your IELTS or if you cannot book your IELTS due to this pandemic, you can book your internal English test. And lastly, I would like to say like why you choose EN Global, because EN Global Education, one of the prominent company in this country who are only sending students to and support the students for UK universities admission and secure scholarships. We having like branches in Dhaka and Sylhet. We having more than 25 officers who are dedicatedly working for only your admission purpose. And if you're having any more questions or any kinds of queries, please feel free to contact with any of our officers. You can see our number below there, or you can drop a text to our any social media. And it was really nice to have you, Natasha, today. And I would like to thank from behalf of EN Global Education all of our students, and stay safe. Thank you, Natasha, for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.